RICO. My musical background is, to be for real, my musical background is bad shit. You gotta take it back when I was probably like 3 or 4. I mean, shit, freestyling this shit, just steady freestyling this shit. Used to go to the family reunion. They used to have me and my cousin to battle each other. We was like 9 years old. Me and my cousin was sitting here and shit.
Like my cousin's like determined with this music game, man. He been doing it, like he said, since he was like 4 or 5. I've been around this man all my life.
Kept on just doing the shit and shit, freestyling and get put out of school. They thought I was crazy and shit. They like, with your son, he always write down shit, you know what I'm saying? He write down stuff, talking to himself.
All we know is Rico. Ride the beat, Rico. Yeah. He used to tear it down back then. Family reunions, bus breakdown, right? 1 year, bus breakdown. We ain't had no TV, no entertainment or nothing. So we saw everybody tell Rico to get up and go ahead and bust a rap. They call him rapping Rico. Rapping Rico. So that nigga stood up. You kick this little flow, the whole bus go crazy. You get the clapping and shit. I say we was about 9 or 10 when that ball happened right there.
Basically, I ain't give a fuck about school. I was working on my craft, you know what I'm saying, since I was young. That's why it's so easy for me to, you know what I'm saying, just do all type of styles. And actually, when I was in school, I don't never tell nobody this, but I was in school because everybody look at me crazy, but shit. When I was in school, I'd take motherfuckers, like rappers that I really like, I'd take their whole style and make song, like a whole album out of the motherfucker and switch it up, features, or dumb shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, shit, I feel like since I was born, this music shit is like, this all I know for real. You know what I'm saying? This all that I'm destined to do. Like, I don't really care about the money and none of that shit. Even though I know that's what come with it, but besides, you can't fuck me none of that shit. But I'm just saying I don't really care about certain shit because I just want to be heard.
Oh man, started doing this now. Like, I've been doing music, but I got real serious with it when I was like 14. Had my own studio. You know what I'm saying? We was recording in the living room through an earphone. Through some earphones, you know what I'm saying? Old school. We was recording on Acid Pro. Countless studios, ran countless studios. You know what I'm saying? I started as a baby though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even want to record on Pro Tools at first. My big homie, he was like, he went and bought the whole Pro Tools system for me. You know what I'm saying? They made me sit there and learn it. Man, since then it's been a rap. Now I'm the king.
I'm Eat Money. I've been doing music for 30 plus years. Now I'm lying. But for real, I've been doing it since, I've been recording since 2007. I've been freestyling with Rico for years. You might know me from my joint Extra Extra. Got a video with Rico. I got another joint on YouTube called My City featuring Platt the Boss and Brian Lockett.
I'm Dope Ass Dolo. I produce, I make beats, tracks, whatever y'all want to call it. I do that. I've been doing this here for about 14 years. I got many influences, none to really credit though. You know what I mean? Just I watch the pay attention to a lot of different shit. So that's me, homeboy.
Alright, Bobby Knight, that's my name. How y'all doing, America? Straight from a little country town called East St. Louis, Illinois, 618. My musical background, well, shit, we've been doing this shit for years and years and years and years. All the way back to, I say, early 2000. Double ends down. Shout out to my brother B.U. the local. Motherfuckers already know what it is.
Beast Up Films representing.
You know, pretty much everybody that's dealt with music around my city, they know who I am or they've heard the name Beast Mode. You know, I've ran with Beast Mode for a long time. I've been the producer, I've been the rapper, the engineer, the social marketer, the promoter, the graphic designer. I got a long history with the music of East St. Louis. The music hip hop city East St. Louis is like, I can't say it no different. It's crab in the bucket. It's like a crab in the bucket where it's basically like this. It's a lot of talent motherfuckers. I mean, you know, out here, there's plenty of talent motherfuckers, but you know, everybody got garbage. But it's plenty of talent and motherfuckers hungry, but everybody wanna blow first. So that's why everybody ain't gonna help nobody. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna help nobody out because they don't want you to have, like, for instance, like they don't want to share your shit because you might get some of their fan base. You know what I'm saying? They want to blow first. They don't give a fuck about what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? They want to blow first, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about who blow first, cause who gives a fuck who blow first? It's who last, who the best, who gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. I tell you, for instance, like Atlanta, when Atlanta first popped. You know what I'm saying? Before even Outkast dropped, you had Kilo and all them niggas out there. But you know what I'm saying? Outkast and T.I. and Jeezy came down the line, so it ain't about the first, it's about who, when y'all open up the door and let your city in. And the city ain't on that. We you know, the city fucked up. It's 85% poverty, you know, everything fucked up. So, you know what I'm saying? We trying to switch that over and get it right. But besides that shit, that sums it up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out for themselves and trying to get their music off the ground.
I think the hip hop scene could use a lot of more togetherness. You know, if everybody was on the same page, and you know what I'm saying, as far as like coming together to collab, the city could be way much successful than what it is now. Because it's a lot of people that probably won't say it, but you know what I'm saying, they just don't collab with other artists for whatever reason. I don't know, but I think it most definitely would be way, way, way much better if everybody collabed and brought the city up to the standards it should be at.
The music hip hop scene in East St. Louis is like crack in the early 80s. It's a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's struggling for the crumbs. So I see it. We get into like around the late 80s to where motherfuckers realizing that the only way you gonna make some money if you stick together. So you know, it's starting to shape up pretty well. I see it's a lot of little young gunners, you know, that's coming out. It's a lot of motherfuckers, you know, like myself, Rico, BU the Local, Dolo on the production side. You know, basically, you know, East St. Louis, you know, it's a lot of talent that's going on around here. You know, we just gotta find a way to unify this shit. That way we can get the rest of the world to pay attention. So that's what I said about the music scene.
Tell you what I think about the music that come out of East St. Louis. First of all, it used to be one of a kind. It used to be like everybody around this motherfucker sounded different. Like you could tell that this was these niggas over here and then that was them over there. And now, like you can't tell none of these niggas apart. All these niggas jealous of each other. It sounds like they damn to be stealing each other's shit. I mean, what I think about it now is like it's like a joke.
We came a long way, you know what I'm saying? At first, it was only a few of us, you know what I mean? I like a lot of the new artists that's coming out, a lot of the new talent that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? These boys, they grinding hard. And whereas, you know, we had very few resources, you know what I'm saying? They have a multitude of resources that they can use. Social media and, you know what I'm saying, the SoundClouds and all of that. Like, we didn't have none of that. You know what I mean? We had to get out here and burn CDs, you know what I'm saying, and get it out here on our own. You know what I'm saying? We performed at every club, you know what I'm saying, in East St. Louis, Centerville. You know, some people don't know how I feel to perform at the Beano at a packed night. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that feeling. You know what I'm saying? But like these guys, they grounded, man. I like them.
And when it comes to East St. Louis, we hold ourselves back in my eyes. You know, instead of working together, we always trying to find a reason to be apart. You know, and one thing about the music in East St. Louis and the artists in East St. Louis is we can compete with the best of the best out there. We got some of the best talent here that just need to be heard. That just need a shot. And a lot of times I think we don't get that shot because we too much worried about the next man. We're too much worried about being the best instead of working together like a team.
It's a lot of good music that come out of the city. Don't get me wrong. A lot of great music.
Why did the album earn the title Good Morning? The album first, when I first was doing Good Morning, it was just Good Morning to everybody to wake up. Like, that's was like, damn, oh, y'all gonna keep on sleeping. I just dropped DOA, y'all still ain't fucking with it. Okay, good morning, wake up. But in the midst of time, I took a vacation and I went to Georgia. When I went to Georgia and shit, that's when I, you know what I'm saying, really could sit down, and I was to the point where everything was going bad and shit wasn't looking like, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to be car problems and dumbass shit and, you know what I'm saying, bills and all that type of shit. It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying, what I expected to be, and I couldn't really move around. So by that being, you know what I'm saying, then all I got is a fucking phone. So, you know, nigga on Facebook and whatever, and you just see all this shit, and you could really just tell who genuine, who fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had to really realize who fuck with me, and I had to really realize that I was fucking up my money more than anybody else could fuck up my money by fucking with motherfuckers or whatever I was doing, you know what I'm saying, or just buying clothes all the time or going to the mall all the time and shit. I woke up, so good morning.
Everybody's saying it's a classic. They're like, bro, it sound good, and he talking about something. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't on there yapping. You know, he actually talking about something, and you could tell that nothing was rushed, but everything was just everything. You know, we took our time with everything. You know what I mean? Some days me and bro would go in, you know what I'm saying, go at each other, because if it don't sound right, it ain't going. And when you hear the finished product, it make you feel good to know that we work for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we put our all into that. And feedback, man, like super, people love super. COS, they love the outro. The outro crazy. The outro crazy. If you don't bob your head to the outro or turn up to the outro, man, you don't even love music. You know what I'm saying? What else, bro? What else they been talking about? Super, COS. But I will. You know what I'm saying? Ozzie Smith is a hit. No love lost. You know what I'm saying? Like them.
Grateful.
Oh yeah, especially grateful. Grateful. That's one of them ones. When we was recording Grateful, you felt it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all be doing records and it sound forced. You know what I'm saying? The real love and the real appreciation of the record comes back when it's organic. When you feel it, you like, yeah, this one of them joints. You know what I'm saying? But the feedback been great, man. You know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, because we expect greatness. You know what I'm saying? So we don't get surprised by people saying, you know, they love our music, they rock with our music. Nah, because we expect it. We expect greatness. We expect to be great. That's what we pride, you know what I'm saying? That's what we pride ourselves on. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate it, and it motivates us and inspires us, but we expect it. You know what I'm saying? Because we breathe greatness. You know?
What I've heard from the Good Morning album, I'm pretty pleased with. You know, there's not many songs I felt like I wanted to skip through it. Not many songs I didn't let ride to the very end. You know, and each song was different. You know, you feel a different emotion with each song that's on the Good Morning album. I could tell there was some hard work and dedication put into the album. And from the producing, from the mixing, from the mastering, from the ideas put into it, you know, it was some good work put into it.
He got more grown. He started writing a whole lot of shit that I wouldn't expect. You know what I mean? He kind of took his shit in a lot of different directions that I wasn't quite always ready for, but it worked. You know what I mean? I say he grown a lot. Y'all would have to actually hear the old shit though too, cause you know what I mean. It's a lot of growth there, but he ain't really left who he was. He's still the same person. He just after you live and go through shit and experience shit, then it give you more to talk about.
Boy, the album is the shit. It's dope. It's well put together. It's produced by a lot of good people. Dope ass Dolo, Bobby Knight. Yeah, I think Rico did his thing on that.
Man, Rico style is like if you was to take a straight, like a straight gutter, like the only person, Rico is like if you take Mac and mix him with a nigga like Jay-Z. Just gutter street shit, but with bars on top of that. You see what I'm saying? One thing that I think nowadays a lot of people miss out on is that you can make a hard trap song, you can make a hard girl song, you can make a hard this song or that song. You know, you can catch the beat, you can style that bitch up, you can season it up, but still you gotta be talking about something. It gotta make sense. You gotta make it connect. You gotta make it connect to people in a real way to where what you're talking about is believable and it match your person. You see what I'm saying? One thing I can attest and say about this nigga Rico is that what he rap about is literally his life. It ain't nothing fabricated. It ain't nothing fugazi about the shit. If he said on the record, goddamn it, it's real life, it's reality. So that's Rico style.
How would I describe my style? Which style? I mean, like, shit. It really, the beat for real depends on the beat that I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I holler at Bobby Knight and Dolo now, you know, they're my favorite beat makers and shit. If you really got my shit, you'll really, do what I'm saying, check it out. You see it, mostly Dolo, but Bobby Knight, do what I'm saying, gradually, do what I'm saying, clap it up, but I'm trying to fuck with a lot of motherfuckers. But, on styles, it just depends on the beat, half of the beat. Whatever beat I get, that's how I'm going to deliver it, and that's what I'm hearing, that's what style is going to be. So it's never going to be the same style if I keep picking different beats. Now, if I pick another beat that sound like that beat, then that might be a challenge to make a different style. But besides that, I ain't got no style for real.
I would say Rico has more of a Midwest, down south kind of flow. But he can also kick it lyrical like the East Coast niggas. He can speed it up like the up north Midwest niggas. He can make you dance like the West Coast niggas. You know, he don't have one set style. That's what I like about Rico. Because I'm a filmmaker. So when I make these films, I like to do different things. Like with my films, I don't have one style. So when I shoot videos, I like for each video to be different. And if you watch Rico's videos, each one is different. You can't compare one video to the next, no matter if it's shot with the same camera, same lens. You can't compare one of Rico's songs to the next. You can't compare one of Rico's videos to the next. You can't compare one of Rico's albums to the next. Everything's gonna have its own unique sound, own unique look, its own unique style.
I don't really look at it as like my music grow. I feel like my quality has got better, but I don't feel like my music has grown. I feel like a lot of people been sleeping on the shit that I've been on. That's why I made Good Morning, you know what I'm saying, and shit. So for to say music grown, I mean, it depends on what you want to hear when you can say grown, because like I said, I've been doing it for so long, it ain't. It's more like I might need a challenge. I might need to get on the track with some both talented dudes. You know what I'm saying? Some both dudes that the make me probably come a little bit harder than I come. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, I don't look at it like that.
When me and Rico first started working, you know, he'd get in the booth and just, you know, scream and, you know, all of that. Me, I had to focus him down and say, bro, you gotta concentrate on that vocal. You know what I'm saying? He know how to present it now. Like his presentation of his flow, his delivery of his flow has got better.
I would say when I first met Rico. When I first met Rico, you know, like it is with anybody when you first meet a nigga, it's like you know what I'm saying? We out here in the wild, we in the jungle, so you know, it's two lines and you sizing up each other like, man, what's this? You know what I'm saying? See, you know what I'm saying? What this nigga on right here, you know what I'm saying? This nigga nice, he got bars. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, one thing I could say about Rico is that he can accept criticism. And that's vital when you fucking with this music, because if you're not a person who can't accept criticism, you can never grow. So one thing I could respect is that anytime me and him sat down and talked on a one-on-one, we done been able to build and grow as far as like, okay, look, I hear where you going with this, but it can get to here, because you know, two people can have two totally different perspectives of the same thing. You know what I mean? I can never see through his eyes, and he can never see through mine. So that's why when you sit down and you communicate and you get it all on the table, you can say, all right, I see where you coming from, bro. I'm gonna try that. And every time me and him sit down and talk, he'll go back and I'll see in the music, because he'll take what I'm saying and then he'll come back, he'll be like, check this shit out right here. And each step is like a progression. It's not one thing that he brought to me that sound like the last shit that he brought to me.
I think he evolved a whole lot. You know, I've been watching him for some years, 20 plus years. His craft is definitely better. Music definitely better. Well put together, brother.
I don't know. I could be selfish and say I do it because I want to be better than everybody, because that was technically when you young, you don't really know nothing. But the inspiration is to be in a better place. You know what I'm saying? To be in a better place for my family, for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be like, oh, you a gangster this because he a gangster, he still stay in the hood. Who really want to stay in the hood? You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody really want to stay in the hood. I ain't saying move and leave out and don't come back, but at the same time, at least get your mama out of here. You know what I'm saying? At least get your mama and your aunties out of here. And then if you get killed in the hood, you get killed in the hood. But besides that, nigga, you know, that's my inspiration to get the money now. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to be heard more than anything. So I won't sell my soul for no money and no dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just stay solid and shit. And hopefully this shit grow. And once this shit do what it do, you know, I know what I do. I got goals to do what I do.